Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and today we're going to be a little more positive than before in the last couple of videos. I know that there's going to be a lot of people, or there has been a lot of people, sorry, that have commented on the fact that I've had 3 negative videos in a row. Now, some of this was not, it was coincidental. I did do a video about how I was frustrated and still am about how Scopely stole my arena credits. That still is unresolved. But I didn't expect to do some of the other ones. This time, we have a shitty event. I'm sorry we had to start this way, but okay, the start of the month-long event, Black Panther, the changes that have been made to this event is good. However, the bar has been moved in a way, the goalposts are being moved in a way that are making it more challenging to get through the 500k to the end. I don't think a lot of people are going to do it. Frankly, I don't even think I'm going to do it. So we're going to talk about in this video about the Contagion Corp's event, what you're going to have to do to clear it. And for those of us who are a little bit more ardent than others, you know, you might be able to do it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to clear this event. But we're going to talk about everything that you need to do and how you can get as far as possible in this. So if you're ready to go, then you know what to do. Let's boil this down. And, wow, hey. We need to start here in the blog post from Friday. So there was a few things that I didn't really, I didn't notice right away when I was going through this. And that was the points from the first Panther event. That's the Black Panther to 1 million, 1mm event. And so we're going to blow this up a little bit. And we're going to take a look. Now, there's a few things that I noticed particularly, and it's at the bottom. So if you look at the last 3 milestones, so my head's in the way. Milestone 38, 39, 40. Which is 382k, 441, and 500. Basically, you get the 4-star Black Panther at 441k. You can see the 40 Black Panther shards here, and that basically solidifies the 4-star. Now, they, instead of putting all 3 of the teal augmented unique items at the end, it's staggered. It's staggered across 382, 441, and 500. You can see here, augmented life charm, augmented enchanted talisman, and augmented mark of might. So instead of having all 3 of them at 500k, they're spread out. Now, what else you get at the very last milestone is the 18 augmented vibranium. I would argue that this is it's not a huge deal because vibranium hasn't been super useful up until now, unless you gear 16 Shuri. And otherwise, you probably have had a good chance to get them. So what you're getting out of 500k is not as significant as it was in the past. That's good, because getting to 500k is going to be even more challenging than before, especially with this first event here, Contagion Corp, because the numbers are not good. Let's just put it that way. It's very not good. But the goal for the month-long event is going to be that 441k, because you do want to get as close as you can to the 4-star. Whether or not we get there, though, is another matter. And when I say get there, I mean like players like me who usually do get 500k. Will I get even to 441? We'll find out. So I want to kind of pivot really quickly to, this is my new November chart. Some of you guys know from other months, I keep track of this every single month. I keep track of where we are, you know, what each event gives, and so on and so forth. So this is kind of the quick overview. Obviously, it's 500,000 to clear. Total Black Panther shards are 180. You need to get 189,000 in this event, which is almost 38% through the event to get him unlocked at 3-star. Actually, I should probably write that down just for people, the 3-star. And in order to get to 4-star, we just talked about is 441k. Now, obviously, you get 1 point per vibranium meteorite. That's not unusual. It's the currency, right? And we have 4 items: the Panther Pelt, Ancient Claw Necklace, Razor Sharp Claw. So we're on week 1 right now. This is Contagion Corp, just so people are aware. And these are the subtotals so far. Now, we have 19,400 in Vibranium for a Quick Rumble 1, which is starting on Friday. And then we have Contagion Corp, which is this video here, for 32,600 in the event, plus, not the cloth, and pelt. This is probably taken over from last month, and that's 32,600. But keep in mind, you're also getting 35k. So really, this event is valued at about 67,600, and that's pretty important, because if you were to take the 500k, you know, the 500,000 of the final milestone minus if you didn't do that well in this event, hypothetically, that'll leave you with 432k. And the problem with that is, of course, is that final milestone here is 441. The one that you need for the second to last one. The one that you need for the Black Panther shards, 441. So going back to this, if you don't clear this event, you are going to be very hard pressed to even get that 4-star Black Panther. It basically eliminates you from being able to get that. And that's pretty shitty because the math numbers are not very good here. We also have Coordinated Assault, which is coming back. They have reduced the value of the final milestone. The numbers are still the same as 18,100, but the last milestone, which is usually pretty hard in Coordinated Assault, is only 2,000 currency instead of 2,500. So for better or for worse, you're not losing out as much if you don't get that final milestone. So that's somewhat okay there. And this is just what we have so far. Obviously, we don't have the numbers, the values for week 2, week 3, and week 4's event, but hopefully the quick rumbles stay the same. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So we'll find out as we go through. Now let's talk about the event, right? Now that we've talked about all the nuts and bolts, the early stuff, let's talk about the actual event. Let's zoom in here. So Contagion Corp is an orb opening and blitzing milestone. The Contagion Corp is the fragments. The Viral Visions web milestone is the blitzing portion of it. So you need 120,000 points for this. You need 50. This is like giant whale stones right there. Just saying that. What are you missing out? Some character shards, some things like that. Honestly, it's a pretty shitty event. In terms of overall rewards, it's not super great. So what's really important, though, is getting the 51,000 for the event item. That's super important. And just to, I didn't bring it up. I'm sorry. Let's just go really quickly to the window for Contagion Corp. What are you missing out on past 51,000? Well, my head wasn't in the way. You can see here, milestone 35 and beyond. Some Dr. Voodoo shards, some Wong shards, some Agatha shards, some T4 ability materials, and some Elite 5 creds, and some other random crap. So that's what you're missing out on, basically, if you don't go beyond 51,000. However, this 51k is going to be incredibly difficult to get. Going back to the spreadsheet here. So you basically earn one. It's like Rogue's Gallery. It's a repeat of Rogue's Gallery, but dialed up to 100. It's way worse. Okay, so how do you get to 51,000? Well, you get 36,000 of these fragments from Viral Visions. That's the Blitz web milestone. We'll talk about that down below. And that basically means that gives you 15,000 fragments that you need to get from the campaigns. And if you guys remember about the select campaigns, they were not every single node. Oftentimes there were nodes that you didn't want to farm, that they were they could be 60 energy, 80 energy, 100 energy, per completion in order to farm. Some of them, the 60 ones, like it was 12 times 5, that you actually got more. You got more fragments per energy, and those were actually the best ones to do. Something like Heroes 1-3, like some really early on Villains 1, Chapter 2, something like that. But they were characters that you didn't want to farm. It was like, I don't know, like Black Widow or Jessica Jones or something like that. It was characters that you typically wouldn't farm, but you were forced into for this event. So expect much of the same. So it was on a 1-to-2 ratio, meaning that if you spent 100 energy, you typically would get about 200 fragments. So you need an additional 15,000 fragments from the campaign nodes. You divide that by 2, roughly, give or take. It's about 7,500 energy that you need to spend over the 7 days of this event in order to add on with the 36,000 points from the Viral Visions milestone in order to get the event. It is super, super tight. Actually, I don't know why it's painted green. It should be more like fucking red, because this is a god-awful event, and we'll see why. It's not so much the energy portion, but it is a bit of a pain. So that is about 1070 energy per day. That's taking the 7,500. Oh, actually, no. Hold on, F41. Yeah, it is. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why. 1071 divided by 7. 7,500 divided by 7 is 1071. How do you get there? Well, this is your kind of free-to-play energy, so you get 288 just from your time base, you get 240 from your free refreshes, that's 3 per day, and then you get 480 from your 4-core refreshes, or packs, or whatever. So that's 480, plus the Webstone 100, that's 1,100. So you're going to have to core about 200 daily. Not too bad so far, right? Wait till we get to the Blitz section. So energy-wise, not that bad, but you are going to be forced to most likely farm nodes that you're not going to want to do. Those are going to be nodes that, you know, typically aren't the ones that you're currently farming. So you're going to have to see that for yourself. You're going to have to maybe hit the find button or just go into the campaigns and decide which ones you want to farm that give you the fragments for that, and expect to do about 200 cores daily on the energy side of things, assuming that you can complete the Blitz below. If you can't, you're kind of screwed. So this requires 36,000 points. Let's zoom in a little bit further because it's just in the left-hand column. So you get points for earning Blitz credits. It's not even Blitz. It is blitzing, but it's not, because you're earning the Blitz credits to get points. What does that mean? That means that you get Blitz credits through other means. You get Blitz credits through the daily objective. You get 250 of this per day. So over 7 days, that's 1,750. So if you guys remember in some of my videos, the blue means it's a kind of a little bit of the subtotal. We're going to be adding that up. This should be in blue as the other blue as well. So you get 2,610 Blitz credits from a character Blitz. That's going to be your Monday Blitz. You're also going to get 3,000 from your Quick Rumble. That's going to be on Friday. And then the Orb Blitzes are going to be on Sunday. Now, this is 2,160. These are Blitz credits that you could save now. Now, I'm recording this on Saturday because the video is going out Sunday morning. But what you could do, not for this Blitz, but for the Orb Blitzes, what you can do is do not claim the milestones, because not these ones, but the orb ones will have... Actually, you know what? Did they change it? The Quick Rumbles normally have Blitz credits. I'm hoping the one on Friday does. Let's... You know what? I did... That's weird, because normally when we had Rogue's Gallery... It did. Yeah, see, it does say Blitz credits here. So I'm hoping the next one does. This is correct, right? Because this is the numbers that I have in my sheet. So maybe it's just this one I have now. Anyways, the point is, when you guys go get around to doing the Orb Blitzes, don't claim the Blitzes right away. Wait till Monday at 2 p.m. and then you'll actually be able to claim it after the Blitz ends. You can still claim the credits, which means you'll be able to save yourself about 2,160 additional credits into the event. So hoard those, or what? It's not hoarding, I guess, but just make sure that you're not getting them right away. That way you can pick them up later on. And so that's going to give you 9,520 just from these. This is from the weeks, not including if you wait to claim the orb. So you can add an additional 2,160 on top of that if you end up doing that. So that's points that you don't have to do out of the 36,000. So you have to take that 36K minus 9,520, and you have this much points remaining, 26,480. And the average Blitz credits that you get per win is 15. Now, this is what they say, right? This is with the change in the way the Blitz goes. You know, you guys know, if you're blitzing at all, that, essentially you do get a random amount. You know, sometimes it can be more, sometimes it can be less. Sometimes it can be, up to 500, I think. I think you can get up to 500, but it's super rare. But they basically said that the average value that you would get is about 15. Is that the case? I don't know. I mean, I just got 20 right there, right? So who knows? But that's the number that I'm going with because that's what they told us. I don't know, 11, right? So who knows? Over time, hopefully that's what it evens out to be. So I've used that as my number. So how many Blitz wins do you need? Well, you take that number divided by 15 and you get 1,765. Now, what does that mean? When you're doing a rotation of 35 Blitz wins, some people were asking, why am I using 35 still? Part of this is because despite us having, I believe, 44, we might even have 45 teams now, I know a lot of people like to tier down. And very soon, I will probably bump this up to 40 Blitz wins, but for the moment, I'm still using 35 Blitz win rotations because you'll end up losing 7 or 8 times to tier down to tier 1, because that's kind of what I recommend you to do unless you're sure to win all of your teams. And so that means you're going to need to do about 50 rotations total at 35 Blitz wins. Divided by these two numbers, you're getting 7.2 Blitz rotations every single day for 7 days. Holy shit! Who the fuck wants to blitz this much in Marvel Strike Force for a fucking item? I don't. And this is the first time that I'm bailing. Fuck that, I'm out. I am not doing this event, and I might do some of it, but I'm definitely not doing a lot. Now, here's the problem. Because if you want the item, the last milestone is worth 6,000 fragments. Now that I have it up here, you can... Oh, no. Sorry, I should have brought up this one. This is Viral Visions, okay? So you can see, actually, I don't have to move my head. Right here, you can see the very last milestone at 36,000 is 6,000 orb fragments. Orb fragments. It should be milestone points, but oh no, orb fragments. Yeah, sorry, that's right. Duh, I shouldn't record this at night. So that 6,000 is super fucking important because if you don't get those 6,000, you would have to recoup it through energy, which would be very difficult. That's like 3,000 energy, right? That you would have to spend over 7 days. That's an additional 429 energy that you would have to spend to make up for not getting that final milestone. That's basically going from 200 cores daily to 600 cores daily in order to make this up. That is not good. So you basically have two choices. You either blitz like fucking crazy to get this cleared, or you don't, and just don't get the item. There's really no in between, because if you don't finish the Viral Visions milestone, if you don't get those 6,000 fragments, you are not going to get the Panther Pelt. And then probably not get the 400k, or sorry, the 500k on the milestone. And possibly not even get the 441k either for the 4-star Black Panther. It's a fucking mess. I'm sorry, guys. I cannot make this any nicer. I cannot say anything positive about this event because it's blitzing through the fucking nose, and it's a bad way to start off November. That's all I have to say. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this event. Blitzing events are the the fucking worst. I don't know why I've already started swearing at this point, but it is the worst. Blitz events are the most terrible events ever to come to Marvel Strike Force. This one is very extreme. It's Rogues Gallery dialing it up to 100, and it's just made so much worse. I might do some of this just to get some currency out of it, and then after that, for the event currency, and after that, I'm just going to bail out. I don't think I'm going to get the item. I think this will be the first event where I do not get the item, because I'm not willing to blitz 7 rotations daily for 7 days. I have much better use of my time. I'll go play fucking Marvel Snap. I'll do some videos on Marvel Snap, whatever it takes. But I'm not going to be doing this for Marvel Strike Force. So that's the end of the video, everyone. Good luck blitzing, and good luck on getting the Panther Pelt. If you do, let me know. Send me a DM on Discord if you get the Panther Pelt, and let me know how much you hated doing that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully we can do some more positive stuff soon. And until next time, stay safe and healthy. I'll see you all later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Boilon signing out.